I think it's pretty clear at this point that I can almost read the Greek, and the Greek is not the Greek. By the way, Ulamon Raya, all the men went Raya to wherever they went. It's not the ulama, Satan. You know what my opinion is that what happened is Satan took over. like that's like the real thing about this guy. Like, you would never believe that they will just like take over and then kill their own people. And then because they'll use their people to kill people, and then that will like kill their people. And like, you'd never believe that he would actually do that. So Ul is all Alaman Raya. Where'd they go? I didn't pay attention. I was just watching my video and I was like, Raya? Did I just, like, I have to like listen to myself. Like, you don't understand, like, I need to work with myself. If like I could work with myself, then I could hear myself say it. But like, when I'm like sitting there saying it to myself, like, I have to like depend on the data analysis. And I think I'm getting there with the data. Like, I think I'm gonna like have a rough version of this Bible in like 2 weeks. And then like, based on the what I learned during the rough version, I can do a less rough version with the find replace. But I still need a team no matter what, because I've got to go through line by line and pop certain things off. But like, I know that like what I can do is like I can just have the computer like pop off words like in the front for certain words, like junior, or for like Ibn, or for like a lot of words like mom, probably, like or dad, or pata, or father, you know. So can't believe I can read Greek. That's some crazy shit when it's like 5 languages and I'm like, well, I do know that word, I do know that word. Like, it's like I somehow like, as I read, it's like I know like every word, because I know that many words in that many languages, like at a certain level of sophistication. And the society, I don't think, was as sophisticated as like, I mean, you never know. Like, I mean, maybe they were sophisticated. I think Satan knew how sophisticated they were. Like, Satan knew that he was the same as me. Like, he knew how progressive his society was. But like, if there's anything you can ever learn about like being God, is like, never ever be God unless like you have a plan for like when someone decides that they're going to take over and be God in your place, because that person's probably like the most evil mother effer. And like they can't handle like they it's not enough like being like so powerful and so rich and like so special. Like, he has to be in charge. Like, I need to be more evil. Like what he really wanted to do is, I know that there's someone out there who is in the same situation as me, and like, this thing's not responding. It's driving them crazy. Their computer's always frozen because they're trying to edit this document. What am I doing here? I'm replacing pan with all, but then I'm leaving it open in case there's anna, so that like it still detects in that direction. I feel like I shouldn't do it, but this document is my like experiment document. Like, I'll replace a lot in like a week. So how am I going to replace a lot in a week? Well, I'm putting together a list. That's not the list. And some of them I have to replace like manually, like junior, which I still haven't changed back, and dad and bra I have to go through like manually. So like, I have these lists that I'm searching for, and that's kind of how I figure out words. And I have a word list I'm putting together, and I try to get rid of bad words. Like, carny is not in there, but carny is in there. What is that? That's my flesh, which Vicarnus, I think care is not car, but I don't know if it's corn anymore, because it's carnu, your flesh, carna, his flesh, carni, my flesh. Because there's no possessive, like, there's no apostrophe in the language. So I'm putting together the list, and then I'm gonna like break it up into like probably like 5 different Bibles, so that I don't have a frozen computer, and put like 5 different instances on the computer, and that way it's like more multi-threaded. And I'll replace them all at the same time on like in 4 different like this could be running something right now, apparently. I think it can. I haven't tried. I'm afraid to try it. But you could probably, I mean, I could run pan on it. Let's run pan on it. Next one, let's see if we can do that. Did it do it? Let's see if it did it. Oh, there it goes. It did work. Cool. Because I don't care. Or I could just undo it twice. Okay, so my point is I can do replace on this while I'm doing replace on that. But in order to do that, I have to run a command on Linux to break it up into like 4 or 5 different documents. And I have that command stored on my GitHub. Clovis Security, CLOVIS. Oh, I don't have internet. Yeah. In PowerShell, I just copied and pasted the command I wrote. All I had to do is do the window button, then I started typing in PowerShell, and let's see if it works. Please work, please work. You said that it runs Linux commands. You said that it runs Linux commands. You told me PowerShell does Linux. Why does PowerShell never do Linux when I do Linux? I just want to show you this. So, like, I'm trying to load my email, and then I have this out of memory problem, and then my Mac is frozen. And like, I thought that the reason they were using this is it's like trying to get me to click on it so they can hack me. Like, I mean, I know that they've been hacking me. I have security problems because of the way I'm on the internet. Like, that's like one of the reasons I can't have internet is so that like the enemy can hack me, the child molesters, the criminals. But it looks like they're pretty serious about hacking me, right? Well, did my computer just crash? I've never had my computer crash. So I just, I typed CD desktop, and then it like gave me like a warning that the terminal app was trying to access my desktop. And like, if it did that, does that mean they just finally hacked me because I got tricked? Like they finally got me. They got me. Like they needed me to click on something, and I was like trying so hard not to click. And then, so you go in here. I thought I changed the file name so that like, I thought I gave instructions here, like with the actual file name. I feel like even copy and paste is what I was actually planning on doing, and now it's not saved on here, so I have to go save it on the other computer. So I'm manually breaking up the document now by word count. But like, so am I 100% certain I just got hacked? Yeah. Why? Well, the terminal was trying to access the desktop. I just ran ls on the desktop. What's ls? It's when you list the files that are in a directory. So I did cd desktop. If you didn't look at my computer, like I did change directory desktop. I got into the desktop directory. So I accessed the directory from the terminal. And then I ran ls, which well, I guess that accesses File Explorer. Okay, so how many times have I used the terminal without ever being asked to access the terminal? Like, am I scared every time I have to click on something? Yeah. Like, how many times have I done it? Always. Is this like almost the first time I've seen that? I've never seen the terminal trying to access the desktop. Like, did we have a memory issue that I was afraid to click on? Like without running a program? Yes, that's an indication that I was being hacked too. And so like there are a lot of indications of the hack. Like why is it important to note that? Because they're trying to mess with like me translating the Bible. Like they're trying to prevent me from translating the Bible. Like they don't want me to be able to like do computer stuff. Like they're always trying to stop me. Like I don't have internet, I don't have money, like I'm not allowed to communicate with the outside world. Like I will never understand the situation I'm in where I am dead. Like I can like tell you anything and I'm still dead, like without, like if I hadn't proved that Satan's in there. Like as weird as it sounds, like I needed to prove that the Bible's wrong that hard, or else like it doesn't matter what these people do to you. Like they can torture you, like nothing they do like will get them in trouble because they're controlling everyone's minds. All right, so I gotta think about this. So pull on Ka'i Megalaon. So creator on Ka'i, my Ka, great, my great Ka, on Emendia to Nomo. Emendia is your name. Ka'i. No. How can it be Ka'i? Again, my Ka. A lot on Esten a tus. And Allah is in you. I think it's Allah's in you. Yeah. Well, I've officially found what's wrong with my code. Like what happened is that like I didn't replace the rows properly, because that should be raba, like these are all like the right ones, but in my program, like it can't detect this. Like it wouldn't detect that. I think it's because it stayed as a P, and so my pies are overlapping with my. I keep thinking it when I see the document. I'm like, that looks like it should be a row. That looks like it should be a row, and that's because it should be. Yeah, like. Yeah. So like it looks like my like I like the document I'm working off of in the first place is messed up, which means that I would need to start over, which is very okay with me, I think, because I have figured out how to break up the document, and I think that like I do kind of want to go back to like the very beginning and clean that document properly, because like what happened is like I did the find replace on this letter and it didn't replace it, and that's so like I have to go start over, but that's fine because like I do want to do a to replace list. So I just want to mention because I was wrong in my last video, because I'm still trying to figure out ant, but it might not be ant. On Apollo is very realistic, but I think that Pa in Allah is like connected to the word Paulon, and I don't know if Apollo or Apollon means destruction, but I do think that Paul probably means creation, and I think that Pa means father, and so I think that Paulahu lema show lema je show. I don't know what it says. I'm having trouble with it. Like, because I thought that it was saying like palau, like he was not created, like, but he is zonulon, your father, pause. But I'm not. But now your father he is. But now I'm like thinking that I don't know shit at all. But I do think that palau is like your father God, and so like that is very helpful that I'm starting over this document, because I would have never like seen that if I hadn't like gone against my previous changes, which my future changes are always going to be like non-destructive, like that's my plan for it, at least. So like I will always know what word I switched out. I want to show you why it's so important that I figured out that I was wrong, that like my document's all screwed up. So pasa Sofia para curio, pasa. So Sophia, Father, Ra, Lord, Curios. It's like kind of like here's the wisdom of Father Ra, the Lord. Ka'i, my Ka met is with you is in eyes I think it's saying like he's in like the Yonans, like the Yonan people. So I'm on Allah. Yes. So I don't know exactly. It's sons, the sons of Allah. But it's also Amun. Amun is like not a man, but like it's supposed to be not a man in English, but like in English, like God's not a man, but in reality, that is a man. So a man is his name, Amen. So then it says Kai, my ka sata kana. I don't know. So cause I don't know. I think it's cause. My ka is or ka is the kana the son I can't read what that says. The son of, like, because my ka is the son of someone. That might be no one. Su. CY could be no. Wait, no. No, that doesn't work. I don't know. I gotta go think about this. So if you've heard me read the Bible before, I talk about Emeres in the days of Yona of the Yona, whatever. I'm not. That's not what it says, because it says Kai Emeres Yana's. Well, why is it Yana's there? Because I think that's Stis. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is that I think that it's Kai Emeres, and I think that Emeres is probably like Emeritus or Emeritus. Like, you know, like you can, like, what is Emeritus? Like in Greek or in English, Emeritus, like you graduate Emeritus, right? You're a professor Emeritus, like it's like distinguished, right? Like it's where the word merit comes from. So emeritus, like is like distinguished, Yana. So like, yeah, no one has any clue what the Bible says at all. All right, so I zoomed it in, and it says Kai Stakana. So Kana would be like knows, but also like acknowledges. So your son. So like it's saying like like acknowledges the son, and it says Kai Emeres, like, which is like distinguished Ka Yana Yanas Yanas, because it's a full Yanas. You're Caesar, my Caesar. Freaking bullshit. Can't read that. And then it says Ra. I keep changing language. No, you don't understand. Like, I keep changing alphabets, and that's really my real problem there, because it's Sasu, Ranu. I see. The problem is you can't read that part, so you can't figure out what that part means. All right, bye. As you guys have probably heard, I messed up my document by doing a switch with the rows that was wrong, but I got most of it right. But like, I'm now having trouble still searching through like certain things, like like I put it spelled it like that. It's not showing up. So everyone knows ame, ama, because this looks like it's the whole word is ume, like my mother in Arabic, ume, or umi, because the next word is para, mine for me, mine. Like when it says do I think that actually was when I translate it into my wording, which is I'm having trouble like searching for things because my document's messed up. Like I mentioned, like I got it kind of messed up. But I'm trying to look for search results. But like when it's kai is that like amma, like mother, mama, mom, I'm busy, versus kai yeah, like that's my opinion on that, and it's for a reason. Esten, is it one word? Is ten, philos. Is the next word meta, ti, os, menos. I'm not even reading it, but those are separate words. Kai mashe, non. So it's kai, like strong, like fighter, maybe. Remember macho was very like had to do with fighting a lot. But it's like it's like the warrior, I think. Like because kai mashenon is the whole word. I think it's mashenon. Yeah. So yeah. Shon. I don't know for sure. It might be kai mashe noni non. I don't know. It does a very common word in the Greek language, but that doesn't mean it's right. So I don't know. My screen's frozen because I'm replacing the upsilons, but I just want to show you this right here. This Paula-mun right here. So so if it's Paula, what were we talking about? Like creation, moons. What were we saying is the plural of man? Moons. But that's not the plural of man. That's Palamun. Well, it is actually Palamuns because there's a zeta on the next letter. So it's Palamuns. So you move that over, and then it's Dijli, D, but it's actually D. So D is its own word, which is Egypt, and then it would be Jli, maybe Jli, Palamuns Dijli, por oituram Excel. I think that's Excel. I think I might have messed up thinking the X was a word, and I think that's actually to Excel. So I'll have to search for that. Like my searches were messing up before, and now I think my search, like once I finish editing this document, because like I have to replace everything in it, and my computers are all frozen, or at least the ones I use. So once I replace it, I'll be able to like see if I can get rid of the bugs. Like I know how to get rid of the bugs. Like I'm not gonna have bugs in this document. Like if you search for it, it will actually know which character is the character. Like I think I messed up on more than just the rows. Okay, now I think that like the problem is that I can't see it in the actual language because I'm editing this document. Like I'm still like trying to get it so that it's not messed up. But I think that delete might be delay. Instead of a name, because it says don't delay nor what does it say? Tessa. I don't know. Don't delay or I don't know. that's kind of how you figure out the languages, by going like, what works with that. I do want to go look at that. They like patterns. So what I've claimed is that like these people from Egypt a long time ago that overthrew us, are in people's heads, and they have like AI computer systems controlling everyone's minds, and you can never beat them. And so like they're constantly like trying to discourage me and like trying to get in my head and like trying to make me bother. And they're like in my head, they're like you don't understand. We made you wrong. Like we proved to everyone that you don't actually know the language. You're acting like you know the language. Like we proved it. The thing is, like, I definitely proved that like we can read it word for word in almost English, and my entire theory was right. And I proved that there's a group of people that has done genocides like over and over and over again against people, and they have like hid for a very long time because they don't want people to know about them. Like they don't want people to know about how advanced their technology is. They don't want people to know what they did in the past, because they did some evil shit. Like they would never care about like just wiping out an entire civilization with their technology. Like it's very easy. Like, and did we wipe out entire communities? I mean, if everyone's like having sex with their sister over successive generations, like when we've been pretty clear, like you're not allowed to like do inbreeding, like you're not allowed to have sex with your cousin. I mean, yeah. I mean, back then, like it would have been necessary to do genocide on them, and so like I think that like the reality is that like I didn't want to do it, and that's why I put Satan in charge, and like I didn't want to deal with that shit, and he figured that the guy that deals with that shit should be in charge because he's the one that will kill people, and the reality is like he didn't expect his own slaves to fight him that much, because he would fight massive wars with slaves and he would control the slaves' minds, and like he didn't understand how much he could lose control of the slaves' minds. And so yeah, like I'm still working on this. This is going to be a very long process, just getting it back to the point that I can actually see search results again. Like I'm going to hit it so hard in cleaning it that like I will make sure like I'm not getting rid of periods until like I've double checked the like everything. So we'll see there. I'm almost to Omega on one of the computers. I think I'm getting hacked constantly. So Demon and Crawny would not be Demon and Crawny, it'd be Demon Fee Crawny. So like that'd be demon in my head, but like Egyptian men in my head. But like but that'd be demon, not demons would be in demons Fikrani would be what it would be. But it could be with this instead of anytime I say anything to you guys, it's like, here's my chance, I'm gonna mess them up. I'm like the most expert on the language in the world. There are only like 100 of us that actually know the language, is the claim. And then there are the people like, I can't believe I don't know this language at all. Like, this is unbelievable that I didn't care. And then there's the person, all I do is read it, and like, but what I'm reading every time I read about it is like, or every time I read the text is about people's families, and like this person's cousin is this, and it's not really telling me much. But I'm trying to like go with the words that I know so that I can understand what I'm reading, so that I can find new words, so that I can understand other parts. But like now, but a lot of the time it feels like I can just kind of like get an idea of it now, like as of today. But I also felt like I knew before, and I know that. But there's one person in the world that knows that language, and that person is trying to like get me to like say Demon and Crawny instead of Demon Fee Crawny, even though it's probably like Demon Fee, like I don't know, what house be? Well, there's Mouse. That one. I don't know what all the houses there are. So I've got to go to Colorado Springs for the rest of the day. Like I'm trying to translate the Bible. Like clearly, like there are people trying to stop me from translating the Bible. Like they're trying to hack me while I'm translating. Like I showed you the hacks. Like I'm telling you, like those were pretty obvious hacks. Like, and still I'm in a situation where like I have to go drive to another city. And we all have to ask ourselves, is that because like they want to be able to arrest me for saying something like the Bible's about like a bunch of genocides? And like it has a secret language that I can like literally read, like almost like I'm like to the point where I'm like I think it's like I know that it's that, but like maybe it's not exactly that. Like that's like generally like how I feel about like probably like 25% of it right now. It feels like if I really make an effort at it, it feels like it's more than 25%. And so we all have to ask ourselves, like, why am I consuming so much of my time, with the court trying to drug me and like making me drive to another city when I like it's been who else does probation in a city an hour away for 2 years? Like, and they have to drive there like more than once a week. Well, like, or they do drive there once a week, but they have to drive very far to another city that they don't even live in also, which you can say it's the same city. It's so freaking far, but it is like a city. It's almost like, it's like a suburb of another city. So it's like, I'm constantly driving that freaking far when I need to be working. And there are people trying to stop me from showing everyone what this text says because I will edit it thoughtfully. And it is like, they are scared of me, like editing it and adding English thoughtfully. And shall is a word, like shall, like that's the future. This language is going to like be so much easier than you guys realize. Like a lot of people are going to know it because it's like so easy to learn. So my computer's, frozen like always. So I don't think it has occurred to anyone else that, Afro Sune is like stupid and it's African. It's like black people are stupid. And or very stupid would be what, because Sune. But is that Sune is not Sune. It just feels like it because Socrates is a trick. Everything's a trick. Oh man. Everything's a trick. So, because Sune, it might be you not. Afro, like, I don't know, like, it depends on, like, the sentence. I'd have to hear the sentence. But, like, so, like, does Afro Sune mean that, like, you're stupid? No. What is stupid? I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Alright, so I think I've been having trouble with Ka because Ikra in The Legend of Korra is actually the real reason I know everything I know. So, and we've got Patel back. Oh no, Pata! No, Patel. But it's the Pata Racia. Is that actually what it is? Let's see if the Indians are the Patas. You guys Patels? Let's see if you guys are called, if you guys are a race. All right. So there's some races in here. I haven't actually the Rusty. Oh man, the black people. You guys want to be Rusties, don't you? No, we don't know if that's actually what it is. So Racia, the La Rusha. Oh, we got the Russias. Let's see if we got any races in here. That'd be like, probably my, oh, it might roll over from the other sentence. Inca race, oh. Okay. Racial Raz, nah, like, unless, like, that's, like, my race. I don't know. Racia, what's it, Elra. I'll look that up. So yeah, maybe it's Racia, like, Nella, Erica. I don't know, is, I don't know. So do I think that that's a race? Well, Paul Bearer is a wrestler in the WWE, so it makes perfect sense to me.
But that's not actually, where's the Racia part? I don't know. Oh, it's down here, Pata race, yeah. Like, I think it's probably the Indians were the Patels, probably. So I didn't know where I was scrolling, and I found Rusha Resha, and I had already guessed that it was race, and I found Resha Inca, but it might be a Nia race. I might have gotten tricked. Oh man, I'm always messing up. Oh Jesus. But for Russia, but still, like I think you can switch it both ways. Russia, I mean, I got a pretty good hit on that one, but I still haven't looked at it. There's May, so this would be Nella Resha, and then yeah. So and then we found out the Patel Resha was before. So I think that this is a before, and that would mean, what does that mean? The Middle Easterners get to get called the Aladdins in the future. Oh man, that's so freaking awesome! I want to call you guys Aladdins so bad. Ah man, I can't believe you guys get to be called Aladdins. Like I think that's what they're called, is the Aladdins. So, like, but yeah. So I think that like the Rusty are probably a race now, which is better than the Africans, because the Africans means you're stupid people. Because I do think Afrocini is probably stupid. So it's pretty awkward that that's your name of your continent. Which, so, like, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind being a Rosti. I think that, like, it does talk about a Rosti named Mr. Adai. It might cost, I don't know. I should have broken off that far down, but I'll... Alright, so, like, I don't know, like, exactly, like, what to think about the Incan race, because, like, my immediate reaction was that probably was a trick, which, all the Inca, here, Rabba, slave, give, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think they are actually a race for sure. But like, once you see Inca Non, then non, like, I might actually leave it together. Inca Non. Oh, they're not non. Yeah, like, I think that the Inca like, they're not Inca non Lai, and then I can't see the rest of it. It's such a, but I'm not sure. Son Inca. Ika. See, like, I think that a ka might confuse me too much, because I keep thinking a ka from Spanish, but it's probably more related to, like, speak. Ikra. Say to you that K, that the way it is, because Spanish says K, like, is sometimes son Inca, but it's plural. Wrote Kau, yeah, it's probably Kau. Yeah, so Para'u, like, might like, might be, like, that important to look up. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I do think, like, it's very likely that, like, these races have been around for a long time, and like you would never know that they're called the Aladdins. I think the Para'u are in the Bible. This is probably Mis Vilnosu, because I don't know what that is. But why did I think it was a race? Not because the Nat is Para'u. I mean, that's not why, but and so Yeah, like that would be the people, the Peruvian people. So Peru is in the Bible, I think. Um, so when I'm trying to translate like these words, I think like probably like the biggest problem gets to biggest problem comes down to like not knowing like all the word, like not knowing everything ever. So like, cause I didn't know if like Quran was at one point started to seem like a name, or Karen, but like Ka, like at the end right here, I moved it up from the bottom, which if I move it up, I usually just space it out to let me know that I moved something up. And I never move like past this because I feel like it's there for a reason. It's because this could be Ak, because pure Ak. Karen Natis pure Ak. Like pure Ak. And that would mean that the Peruvian people are not I don't know. Because that would be like Peruvian God right there. Like Ata, like feels like it might be like a Peruvian God. Is the Peruvian God Bana? I don't know. Like what I'm saying is like I don't know for sure on that because I haven't done enough research. And once I do enough research, I'll actually know what the languages are about. But clearly, like when because it says di parau, like demis, like demi, like that sounds like God, like a demigod. So like I mean, but like clearly I don't have the data to look up stuff right now. I think the M's are probably not working. All right, bye. What happened is I found the word zany and where was it? Push zany can push zany whatever this is. Yeah. Which might actually be connected to Zuki, which would be Zuki. Yeah. Which I still haven't pronounced. Zaniers. See, I thought it was Zane because of something, because Nadis Ra'u con Zane Yar Yuri. Yeah, like, and then there's like a cousin, probably. Oops. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. What I'm trying to say is that I think that zany is actually zany, like fun, like zany crazy, like so zany that like because it is describing Allah here. Which did I replace that Allah? Probably. I did replace it in the first document. So like the sap, which is a person, like the poor sap, like the guy's like in love with this girl. We have a word for a guy that's in love with a girl but he can also be a poor sap for like he can be like real, like into like really like he could like cry when he watches movies. I don't even know, but I think it's more like the poor sap, like, I don't know, like it's just like, I don't even know. But the sap sa zane Allah sa say deny even as us danin to precon jilik to us. Okay, so like I'm not sure like exactly what it means, but I think that we want them to take a like to us, and we're the Danon, probably. Okay, I don't know. Okay, the other option is that EE is people of Uzza, because there's Uzza, which is more likely. So, like, we Uzzah, which is really confusing because Uzzah is the book of Hosea, right? Like you take off the A, and that's the number. It's the first book of Hosea, which is Uzzah. And is it spelled E-S-A? No, it's spelled Azza. So it would be an O-S, probably an alpha. Yeah, yes, and definitely an alpha there, which that's like an alpha in mine almost. They look very similar, and I don't think the A and the L collide that much. But you sure get a lot in a row, and I kind of like seeing them because it has to do with the law. If it's doing Allah, if you ever heard of law stuff, they say Allah. All right, so like we Uzzah Danan deny to pre. I don't know. Like I never claimed to know what exactly this means, but I'm gonna go look up Rata. Okay, I think that I really did blow it on the Ka thing for a second there, but like what I can't blow it on is probably Uzzah, because Uzzah dad Zus, that'd be Z-O-S in my Zosa. Because Uzzah, it sounds like Zeus is that much in there. Like this is the problem. That I have to clean up is the document looks like this, and like how do you spell Uzzah in the other one? It's Omega Sigma Epsilon. So Zoo say, but because it could not be about us at all. I don't know. Like that's why you kind of have to just get rid of everything and kind of just like figure out words until you figure out the language, and then like remove. Like I'm gonna go through the book of Luke, and I'm gonna go through the list of everyone that Izu is descended from, and I'm gonna remove their name, and that's gonna be one of the first things I do is I pop their name out and make it lowercase, uppercase. So how long have I known that Afrosune means very stupid? I don't know, probably like 6 months. Do I talk about that? No. Why? Because like I don't want the Bible to tell black people they're stupid. And someone did want the Bible to tell black people they're stupid, and clearly they're called Rastas, and or they're called the Rasta, or Rasta. And so, like, what would Rasta mean? Would that be a good thing? Yes, because Ra is like they're made after Ra. Ra made them, and he named them after him. He didn't name them stupid. He named them Rastas. And so, like, our Rasta's cool. Like, to this day, like, being a Rasta is cool, and people do follow Rastafarianism. And, like, I don't know what that is. But, like, I do know that, like, a lot of them all say, well, yeah, we follow Jesus for sure. And clearly, the last thing they understand is that the name of all names is Amendia. It's not Izu, like, it's you. So, like, when this person's saying Asazu, it's your Asa, like, or like Allah Zu, like your Allah. Like anytime it's anything Zu, it probably is going to be like your, but it's you. But like you have to think of it as a simple language, like no go there, no to la shall, to no shall, shall what would be go, shoe, or ear, I would probably say ear, a ya, but I'm not sure because it's not a ka, because that would be to saying something. And I think I was having a lot of trouble with a ka because I speak Spanish too much. So, do I know that shoe is go? No, but I know that shoe means go if the riddle's right, and they probably would know shoe, cron, and it could cron be death, yeah, but could cron also be cranium? Could be. And so, like, have I researched that enough? No, my computer's frozen.
But the Rastas, all I'm trying to say is like the Bible isn't trying to say black people suck. Like and I think that like Satan wants like it sounds stupid. Satan wants black people to think that they suck, and so that way they don't want to read the Bible. The Bible hates me, God. That religion hate me. I ain't gonna read that religion. Black people don't talk like that. That's what white people talk like. That's like when I'm reading the Bible, it's like it's like the ultimate Mark Twain. Like, well. So my electricity just got shut off, like in the middle of editing this document, because I'm trying to like get the Bible going again. How long have I had shoes go? I can't believe this is the situation I'm in, but the problem is like I've said, like the problem is like we don't fully get how many kids Satan has had. And that guy has been like breeding like races where he was breeding races thousands of years ago. And that guy like really has a lot of kids and really has a lot of descendants and really does save some bad people. Like he doesn't save good people. Like my understanding is that my clone has had people that are so loyal to him stick with him for 2,000 years, and that's why Christianity exists. The real reason is like that, because they followed me for that long, and because they know me. And Satan has trouble following people, but he will like breed you, and he will blackmail you, and he will like try to like get you to a point that like you are super evil, and like he has partners, and like that's the real situation. There is like I can't understand what motivates my brother to shut off my electricity and my utilities. Like I mean, if he had mentioned that he's not going to pay him, like when I constantly contact him about them, like then maybe I would have made an effort to go figure out how to pay him. But no, can't tell you, you're gonna freeze. But like this guy just robbed me, and like I have been proving constantly that like that guy's a child molester, and like I've been constantly proving that like there's an organized crime conspiracy situation, and that's why I live here. And my understanding is that like the people that understand the situation are people that like they know like you can never go against Satan and his partners. Like and that's like I know you guys think it's crazy calling him Satan. Dude, he's like actual Satan. Like he's actual Satan. Is Lise a real person? I think that's like your liege. That's who Lise is, and who is shit. He was Satan. He was raw shit. Like he was raw shit. he was raw shit, and he's still raw shit. I can't believe that I can't believe that he my brother cut off my electricity in the middle of of my research. Like my research is so critical, and and my communications are censored, and like it's that many people involved. Like it's that dangerous to go against these people because there are that many pedophiles in the government, and so it's like like they don't care if you're a pedophile. Like they will never care if you're a pedophile. So I made some claim about my i7 being faster than my i9, which I actually was hitting like 40 in the 40s for CPU, and then now I'm like in the 30s, which is not bad. Like considering like it's actually like I was like at like 7% before. Is the i9 faster than the i7? The i9's done. The i7's stuck on Omega. I think it was garbage collecting. This is boring, but yeah, like that was a wrong claim. I'm just going through the genealogy of Ezeus right now and making sure I have names in there so that I can separate names on the document right away. Like I've been reading about this guy now, and like I think that no one really understood him because like when he got naked and got drunk and like he was like probably like spread eagle, and then his kids came in and saw him naked. Like I don't think like he really wanted to talk about the fact that he'd been naked, and so when his kids came in and they covered their eyes and they walked backwards and they covered his nakedness, and he awoke from his drunken stupor and said, "Cursed be Canaan, son of sons," like you'll be cursed or whatever. I think that no one really understood that his name would be Nuh-uh someday, and no one would give a shit because it's just like, that didn't happen. Have I come across Canaan a lot in my reading? I mean, it's around. Like they're like people are like from Canaan or whatever. You know, they're Canaans. I think they're descendants of Canaan. I don't know. I think none of us really understand the Bible right now. Can't believe it's taking that long to do this. I should have edited my old document by like copying and pasting, like from the original OCR the uppercase letters, and then making sure I've converted them into English letters, because that's where you really run into a problem, is when you like I think the number one problem you can have is if you convert the omegas to omicrons and then like you haven't converted the omicrons to alphas. It doesn't matter. This like you don't want to do this. I have like one of the fastest personal computers like you can have. It took freaking two days like nonstop, like really trying to figure out how to work the CPU. So you don't want to have to edit this. But you could edit my old one and just go and copy and like replace the like, because I think that's really where the error is. But the real error was like in the P's. Like you can't convert pi to P before you convert P to R, unless you copy and paste the P from the old, because I think that it probably isn't the same P. Because it's Unicode, right? Whatever it is. You don't know what that means. Unicode means it's not as fast. Unicode's not good, but Unicode's what you got to deal with if you're not dealing with English letters. And so that's why I'm trying to get to the point that this whole thing that I'm doing is ASCII, but it's going to be a while until I get out of the Unicode territory, because I have the lambdas that are my lambdas and alphas at the same time. All right. I feel like I could spend my entire life trying to correct myself, but one thing I really do think I need to correct myself on is Lu, which like is hard to figure out like if it's La, because Lu still feels like it's not Lu. I see Lu too often to believe that these are all the people that Esau is descended from, and then also Abram is descended from up higher. So if that's a name, it's like important to know if that's a name, because there's nothing like La that'll just pop out at you. Like you'll never see, I mean, Yana right here and recognize it as a name. Like you need to you have to like recognize like some of these, like Yuda like are names, or all of them are names. So yeah, like air, you'll never see air and go, okay, that's a name. Translating this thing is going to take a little bit. So I've been alleging that the British Museum, like a long time ago, purposely destroyed parts of Codex Alexandrinus to hide things. Codex Sinaiticus, I don't know where it is. So in Codex Alexandrinus, what's missing? Like the first 20 chapters of Euolion Katamatlion, Matthew. But in Codex Sinaiticus, I went to go look at the lineage of Esau in Matthew, because I've already looked at it in Luke, in both Codex Alexandrinus and everywhere else. Like this is Luke, this is Luke, this is Luke. For some reason, there's this upsilon right in the middle of alien. And then like things are kind of spelled different. They'll spell it like yawn at the end instead of on. But like so this is the Luke one, and the lineage, like they're spelled a little different. That's pretty much the big difference. But the Matthew one is missing completely from Codex Sinaiticus. It's missing completely from Codex Alexandrinus, and it is in Codex Vaticanus. And what we've all figured out is that like there were these clones, and there was like a clone war. like there was ancient Egypt, and we were like so powerful, and then like Satan and like these other clones, like we call them demons because they're Egyptian men, they're demon. They overthrew my government, and then they like worked very hard to change the Egyptian language by like naming people things like Izu's name was you, like Izu. So like he was always being called you. If you try to read this language, he'd always see his name as you. And a lot of people were named things like that. So when we start to wonder like what happened after Izu came back and he killed all these people and they went to war over the torture of Izu. Satan had to go to war with his own slaves, and this guy Matt had to go to war with his own slaves. Then they wrote this Bible, like Codex Vaticanus, and hid it, and like they added things like we're gonna put an upsilon right there. It's not either because it's alien, like it's in the text, then like now. Like they're still so powerful that like they can destroy like the most ancient document and no one will even notice it, because like they'll just say, oh, it was just. So I decided to start adding books of the Bible to my list of things I'm going to change once I finish prepping my document. And what I noticed is, did you notice we had this Louis that was a name, and we've seen it more than once. So what does Louis to Con mean? Louis, you're con. What's a con? I think it has to do with the Ka. Because there's Ka'i right here. Ka'i. Oh, shoot. I don't want to read right now. But there's Raza. Tai Allah. Lan Atta. Yeah, that's like all like. Anytime I see shit like that, it's like like Muslims do shit like that. Like they start going blah 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 blah. They love doing that la shit, like because they can understand it, and like it's kind of like when we rap, it's like Muslim rapping about Allah shit. So it's lazy people. It's gotta be because lazy time. Like it feels like it too much. So after Louis to Con, like we come across like Arya Moy, like my area, which maybe that's what it is. Yeah, what? Is it just talking about, is this like a geographical, like this is like the areas that I control? Is it just like his numbers? Oh, it's arithmoy. Yeah, like maybe it's, I mean, yeah, because that's why it's like I know the book name, Arya Moy. Arya Moy sounds more like, but I didn't know if it was that a. I think that was an alpha, right? I don't know. I can't remember. Well, I tried to get a charger because my phone won't charge, and police rolled up on someone hard, like whoa, and then like I'm like going
I know that cop. That cop rolled up on me. He's got a gun. And then I ran. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. No way. Like, I know. Like, I talked to my dad about it before. My dad said that in the event that you're in, like, that kind of situation, like, the main thing you want to do is get down. Like, because I was like, because my dad's military guy, or was a military guy. And, like, I was getting kind of nervous about, like, San Antonio at one point. It was getting pretty scary. And I asked him, I was like, what do they teach you in the military if you hear gunshots? He was like, get down. But that wasn't gunshots. That was just like the entire parking lot turned out to be cops, and they rolled on someone and they surrounded his car. And so, yeah, I mean, hopefully, I think probably good job. Probably good. I know good job. I mean, it's not me, but good job. Like if they're after me. So do I think someone just tried to kill me, or was planning on trying to kill me, and the police stopped him? Like, mathematically, like, the probability is that someone was there to try to kill me. Like, do I think that someone, like a guy, like, was making sure to, like, kind of set up in a security position, and I could feel it? Yeah, like, he made me nervous at first. And I was like, yeah, there's nothing you do. I mean, hopefully, he seems like he's doing security. So, like, do I need to be more careful? I think that I don't live in the busiest area. Like, I think that, like, if you're coming after me right now, you're probably gonna get caught. And so, like, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do. Like, I have to, like, make sure I'm not trying to be more careful, or else I'm going to jail. And that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, I have to, like, go to probation. I have to do things that scare me, like, always. And so, like, I'm constantly, like, I just have to do things that scare me, like I know I do. I can't edit this because it's frozen, but ain't a word, so I ain't going to say it. But I think that taint is a word, but I don't know how to deal with the bait, because it keeps looking like it's baity, like, which is, like, down here, baiti, bay, mara, om. Like, which, if you know, like, that would be ocean, or, like, the sea of Omi, my mother. So that doesn't work. Mara is not what, it's not called the Mara Yonin. But Rabbi, my master, Beba Bua, maybe, Breba, attaint, I think that I don't know what this says. Like, am I nervous? Like, this isn't, like, exactly a new situation. Like, this was new, like, seeing, like, the police roll on someone that hard in front of me, but, like, I mean, I've been in danger for a very, very long time. Like, in fact, I feel like I'm less in danger because my security is better now, but I feel like I didn't, I mean, I don't know. You don't know. I think this might be Spanish, because what if it's, like, Akish on mi ducus son on ka denarius apua is duker bina jadata. I don't know what is after that, but I think that means that, like here is or maybe it might be over there. Oh, that might actually be from the last line. I don't know. No, probably not. Oh, shoot. I shouldn't be doing this while I'm on the... Right here. I'm going to control Z that. Oh, never mind. Okay, so... I'm sorry I got there. All right, so it seems like it's one of my dukes, son of Ka Denarius, father, and he is Duke of Duker beat. Oh no, Rabba. He is the Duke Master. And Yeah, something like that. So like, I can't search for any of this stuff right now in that document because like what happened is I messed up. Like I didn't wait for the whole thing to be frozen for like 6 hours. Like this thing's been frozen for a while. So hopefully like I'll get you guys some documents that are easier to search like by typing today. We'll see. I'm gonna go take a nap probably. Mishaka fi jaka to ask ka aika ish on miduka san an ka denarius apua is duka raba on ajata sky ein junior kira bomba idea knife. It's hard sometimes when you don't know a word. All right, so I don't know what it says. But okay, so Nazu Asia shall, maybe that's a name. Like I don't know about Asia right now. I'm talking about the top. I'll scroll down a little bit so you can see it. Asia shall pati bra. So my father, brother, if my our family near my family or famias fami is as not going labaka. I think that's paraka. Is son. Maybe not. Like that's the real thing. Like I don't know. Because there's Abu Bakr. There's I don't even know what letter that is. Allah. It's Abba. Laba. Allah Baka. It sounds like Allah. Yeah, but Baraka. It's like combination, but it's not. But Eb is what's been getting me because I know Eb's a word, and once you know Eb's a word, you realize you're going to talk about it way too much. And I'm done. Goodbye. So if it's Naj, that sounds like it's Naz. Naz, you of Asia shall father the brother of me, Lelu, our familiars. But it sounds like this is like a new sentence. But when it says Lelu, ours, like familias, Nel, Eb, Laba, Ka. Is Kai, like, yeah, because, like, Eb Laba is, like, what it is, because Ka is, Kai, there's no way. You know, my poor math teacher from middle school will never forget Ka. Oh, you ever say in classes Ka? Because Laba sounds like lob, like throw, and to go and lob over there to Asia because the son of because the Kai his son and Underi probably, yeah, so they're not allowed to go to Asia because like something about like that's like gonna be my father's brother. Like, I don't know, whatever I just said, like, because they shall be my father's brothers or something. Yeah.
So, do I actually think someone tried to kill me like today? I mean, I think I've definitely had people try to kill me in the past. I promise. This was one of those situations where like I was completely separate from the situation. I don't know what happened. Like I went to the store. I forgot my wallet. I came back to the store. I bought what I was buying, and then I like was almost in my car, and then like the whole parking lot suddenly turned into police, like because like they were regular cars, and the next thing you know they were cop cars, and like it was like and like I said it was what happened is like I heard the siren, and like I saw like all like the whole place turned into like cops, and I like ducked, like I like got behind my car. And I like to assess the situation because I saw where they were, and that's when I saw the cop with the gun that was like an undercover. I knew who he was, and and I like kind of stayed hidden until like I like figured out that it was a good time to like get out of there. And like I don't know, like I think that that's probably like would be the most common place to stalk me. Like if you're gonna stalk me, that's probably like where they would go is to a store in my area. I've always known that I was gonna get stalked at the store. Like I've always known that the store was like a high security situation. Like I've like in San Antonio, like it reached a point once where it was like it felt like there was a lot of security at the store. But that now, like if I was actually paying attention, I'd probably say, well, it reached a point where there's a lot of security at the store now. I don't know. Like I think that like people wanting to kill me is a part of my life, and it's been a part of my life for a very long time, and I'm very used to it. And like the police arresting people that are coming after me is like not exactly new. Like when I was in college, one of my friends came upon the police arresting like a group of people for terrorism, and he talked to me about it. And then like I was getting a lot of like bomb threats during college. Like I evacuated my class. I got a bomb threat at my work at the library at UTSA, and my dad got evacuated over suspicious packages at La Cantera. And like that's where I always was at La Cantera because my car was parked there. So I don't know. Like my life is like this one. It was more fun at least. At least I got to see it more. Like generally, like if I'm running, and like I don't even like really see what happened. Like this time at least I got to see the cop. So how long does it take to run my computer program that I wrote when I was in college, the security program? Probably like an hour and a half. So the computer's been running for probably like 3 days, and like I think it's finally almost done. Like now I'm copying and pasting like part 1 into part 2 so that I have like a main codec that I can search for by hitting a button. And like the reality is like I'm really glad that I did big searches already on like a smaller sample, so I don't have to sample S, which is, and I don't have to sample AR, which is R, and I don't have to sample Phi, FI, but I'm always like worried about FII and stuff like that in Greek because it's Arabic, like it's Arabic. So now I should be able to search for basic things like alien and find the real number of aliens are in the document. But I'm wondering if the document's going to take a very long time to get searched because like what happened is I had all these letters that were Greek letters that were identical to English letters, and like I couldn't hit them, and I thought they were changed and they weren't changed. But I worked really hard at changing the document, so like the Greek letters were gone, but like there were still English letters. And with this, like I've like gone through and like I went into an old document to an original Greek document, and I copied and pasted each of the letters that are identical. Yeah. So hopefully this document's going to be actually searchable, and that should be really interesting. You don't understand how big the Bible is. Like the whole Bible, like this with the Septuagint, like that is not one document. Like it's like a lot of books. Like I don't think you guys get how big the Bible is. Like I've always thought, like if I'm gonna do like a Greek English Bible for people where they can read it and like know, like see the words side by side and stuff, that's like I'm gonna have like probably for the New Testament alone, like I think I'd have 2 probably. So it's that many. Because I don't want, like, I'm personally the guy that like really hates how big this giant Bible is. I can't, my hands hurt. So like I can't hold my Bible very well. And is that the police? I feel like that was very partially me. I feel like the main injury, like at this point, is that the long-term injury isn't because the police hurt my hand.
I just want to throw this out there. So, like, I'm looking at the first half of the Greek Bible. Marcion is in it 0 times. This is the word for sin. So, like, I did two different spellings. Like, Amen's in there. Let's see if Amen Allah is in there now. If I did a good job, Amen Allah is in there. Because that would be like a big deal to have Amen Allah in there. Please, 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 just once. It's not. It's in the New Testament though. That's the thing. Like, I know that like it's working because I'm hitting on, like, I'm only doing half of it right now. But like I am, like, I mean, it's working. It's working. Let's look up Aqua. So, like, I mean, this one is one that, like, I have not, I did not copy and paste, and it still doesn't work. Oh no, because I made an error. You guys are bored. All right, sorry. Let's see if it's in there. Please be in there. It's in there 80 times. It's a name. Like, it's in from like Genesis to like somewhere. I don't know. It's like, this is half the Bible. Aqua's in there, but our like the word for sin is not in the Old Testament ever, but it's mar, which like for me, like, I thought that was the river to a place, so it might be a location after that, but I'm not sure. So I am waiting for my computer to unfreeze still, but I got 3 hits on Abram, but I got 100 hits on Ali. I don't even know how many I got on like every single name I looked up in the genealogy department. But for some reason, when I look up Abram, I only get 3, and he's Father Abraham. Like, the whole like all we've ever heard about is Abraham. But I think that Alabrama, it sounds more likely that it would be Brahma. And what is that? From Sanskrit, which is supposed to be the oldest language. There's Brahma, Vishnu, and there's Shiva. Shiva's the destroyer, Vishnu is the creator, and Brahma is Brahma is like the creation, like Brahman is like Brahman is everything, but Brahma is like, it's like the core concept of God. Like, they're all the same God, but like it's like the core of God almost. So Ra is in the middle of it. So it might be my Ra is the real situation there. Because there's I don't know what it is, but it's either Brahma or Ra-Ma, and it looks like it's Ra, because I do think Ra is like something I should probably break up. So does Abram exist? If there are 3 occurrences, like I want to show you like how many occurrences of Ali are in there, but like, oh, that's not the right list. Like, I'm just telling you, it's crazy. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah. Ibn's in there finally now. Atta's in there like 200 times. Allah, like the one from the coin. But Abram's in there twice. Like, I think Anna's going to be a name. Or maybe, wait, how many times is in there? 3,000. It's I am. Good. I found that on the genealogy. But all right, this is getting boring. I think it's time for me to go to bed. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you guys that there was this family called the Petros family. And so they're here, right here. There's Clan Nukti Kai on Ira Kin Pita E. All right, so like, do I think that there's a clan called, because clan is clan. How do I know that? Because I read about it. I decided this is a clan. That's a very good word to know. I decided because it's talking about the Jaka clan again, and there's nothing more important than knowing Jaka, probably. So PETA is a clan that we can search for, and so is it hard to find it right now? Yes, it is. But that one I found. PETA. Yeah, I mean, like, it sounds like they're called the PETAs, but no, PETA actually saw. I can't tell. I'm being very careful with the alpha edits this time, like automated alpha edits. PETA. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Donna. So, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, the church was founded by PETA. We're waiting for PETA to come back. Yak might be yak, like talk to yak to ton. To Anna, to me. So what I'm trying to say is, like, maybe it's a name based on the clan. But like I thought in the Bible that it wasn't PETA. I thought it was something else. I thought there was a family, and it looks like that's a very real possibility. And his name was Simon, so I could probably replace Simon. I just scrolled down because I couldn't find it fast enough while I'm talking to you guys. I feel like I messed up with the spacing, which I might change later. Yeah. All right. So that's my theory, or my opinion right now. All right, so my current theory is that PETA is actually like children, because like they're not to attack Clinton, PETA. How many children type words do I have? Paya, Pai, Payu, Nana, no, sane. I don't know which one is this. Like, if it's saying they're not sane, I haven't actually done like a lot of these, so like I'm probably scrolling in the wrong direction actually. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I think that like Clinton is plural, and then there's PETA. So yeah. So we've had a question about like the Shia, because we don't know what the word means. We got Sunni and Shia. So what's here? Ika, like, is probably right or speed, but it might say right and teat, which I probably should have broken that off. Ika and teat, Dazar, Anna, son of Jiai clan. Probably it's actually a Ma'u. Ton, Chaka. Yeah. Like, he's saying right to them, I think. And I think that means that Shia is a clan. Yeah. Theoretically, there could be a computer program in people's heads, like there's in mine, and the program knows one thing. We all know logos. We know ICRA logos. Like, we know it'll be fine. ICRA logos. And the reality is that, like, ICRA locause, like is not Iker Logos, and like doing a replace on Iker Lacaz or based on Iker Lacaz is a poor decision. Is my opinion right now, because I'm changing it back, and yeah. So does that mean Lakai is a bad decision, or would be a bad decision? Anything like with Ka, I think would be a bad decision right now, and that's my opinion. Like I think avoid the lambdas, avoid the alphas, and like look at probability of the words. I mean, they'll trick you that hard. Yeah. Probably the most beautiful thing I'll ever see in my life is fun to attack. Von to attack? To yawn. Fun to attack. Ish. Finna would be there. Or. I think so. Because like in Arabic it makes you want to think it's we. Because nah. But I think it's there. Fina. Okay, so what would fun? It would be Spanish for Vaughn, for going to. I'm hoping that, like, I've been having trouble with fan for a while. I'm hoping I figured it out.
So I've had like a siren going off in my head for probably about 8 days now. It won't stop going off. And so I think that hopefully, like, if I start taking psych meds, it'll stop going off. Do I think that that's something that, like, someone, I'm not going to name who I think it would be, but they're probably in the media all the time, could do to your head? Like, if someone had a computer system, like, and they're constantly doing research on neural interfaces. So they own a neural interface company. Could they hit a button and make it so that I'm constantly hearing a screaming sound in my head always? Yeah. So, yeah, it hasn't stopped for like over a week. Am I supposed to go to the doctor if I'm hearing high-pitched frequency noise in my head for a week straight? Yeah, but I don't have money. Like, somehow organized crime has made sure that I'm not allowed to make money in the United States. Like I think someone tried to assassinate me yesterday. I went to the store today, and there were like 4 people in security guard uniforms. When I got out, I got to my car, and I was loading up my car, and a police officer opened the door to their plain car, and they were wearing a uniform, where they were a sheriff's deputy from Pueblo, and I think they were just trying to let me know that they were there and they were doing security, and they're on my side. And so, like, I do think that I have this weird situation where, like, I'm in danger, and I'm, like, being forced to take psych meds while the psych people are saying that I'm crazy. But then some psych people are going, well, maybe it will stop him from hearing people talking in his head. They won't be able to use the neural interface. And, I mean, I agree. Like, I want to get that out of my head. Like, I don't want to hear screaming, like, high-pitched frequency noise, like, all day long for, like, the rest of my life, because I think that's the type of situation I might be in right now, because I've like the moment I opened up Codex Alexandrinus and I started interpreting that Bible, those people like went to war with me suddenly. Like they really like got desperate, because like, I mean, these people are really that scary. So yeah, that's kind of the situation there for me. I feel like a lot of my followers are kind of baffled by the situation because, like, I mean, yesterday, you know, I'm in the parking lot. I leave the store and there's a police officer that's like right next to my car, and like yesterday, like it turned out that like when I got to my car, like the entire parking lot turned out to be police, and they busted someone, and I got out of there, and I mean, like I live with a police officer basically. Like that's the only person. It's like I share a building, a duplex with a police officer, and there's a police car on my street, and like I feel like a lot of people think that could be intimidation, because I have claimed the police were intimidating me in the past, and number one, I do think it's I don't think that she was trying to intimidate me yesterday. Like, I think that, like, the police are, like, I'm in a weird situation, like, where, like, if there's anything we're all certain of, it's the feds are child sex traffickers, and, like, a very large amount of federal police officers are child sex traffickers, they're drug dealers, they're super criminals, they're super geniuses, and they're the people that are in charge. Like, I mean, I haven't been able to, all we have to know is that I haven't been able to make money for like 10 plus years while the government literally was paying me $15 an hour to keep me broke. Like, and I was like doing incredible software for them. And like, and when you know that, you know, the feds are the organized crime people. And like, I think that like, I didn't fully get how much I was against those people. Kind of like, or I didn't fully get how hard it is to beat those people. Like, you can show everyone Shauna Ray, and next thing you know, like, they're probably just gonna beat you up and like censor more. And like, and you don't think that beating up and censoring is like really the secret, but hurting someone while you're censoring them is very, very effective. And I really am afraid to talk to people at this point, especially about Shauna Ray, which her twin clearly is doing some sex work in a foreign country, and her twin, I don't think fully grasped who she was going against, because you can go against those people, no one will talk to you. Like, you suddenly realize, like it's the Twilight Zone where like there's this robbery and then suddenly no one's allowed to talk to you. Like, you show all this evidence that proves that you're like an incredibly abused person, and that like there's a reason that you're not allowed to legally make money in this country as a very nice person that never even freaking commits crimes, which like super criminals are billionaires, right? They're all talking about like shoot him, like make his brains hang out of his head. My niggas be ready to whack a nigga. Like, they're begging to whack a nigga. What I was hearing in my head is, you mess with the clones, you don't get that you shouldn't mess with the clones. Like, do not go there, because like Satan has been cloning people for like with no restrictions for over 2,000 years. Like he overthrew me, so because he didn't like that I wasn't like killing the Indians, the what were they called? What's the Patels? The FBI director's name is the name for Indian, Patel. And they didn't like that. Like, I didn't want to kill the Rastas, like, and replace them, like, or go and try to make them smart, like make them smarter at that time, versus like waiting and letting society like drizzle intelligence into it, versus like overwhelming the breeding project. Because I don't think he understood the breeding project, and I could explain things to him, but he didn't care, because like he wanted to be in charge, because he knows he's smart. He knew he was smarter than me. And like, a person that knows they're smarter than me, like, is a person that's determined to do world domination by like raping and like turning girls into prostitutes. And I'm not talking about her. She's a money maker. She's big money for fucked up people, for people that are sick fucks. She's a big money maker. So like, but am I fully aware of like people's reaction to this? Like, when I see that police officer, do I think she's there to scare me? I'm fully aware that she probably had a reaction to that, and like, people know, like, she's not gonna hurt me for sure. Like, just a feeling, but I don't know. Like, I mean, I felt like she was there for security, and the reality is, like having clothed officers makes a difference. From a security perspective, it is very good to like let people see it. I've always believed you would never believe that you can bring a firefighter in to stop someone from doing a terrorist attack. Who's going to stop the terrorist? We're just going to send 4 firefighters, and they're going to go stand next to the guy. Oh no, what are they? Well, it says they're firefighters. They're not actually here for me, right? No, he's got a uniform. Like, that stupid freaking uniform does do something, and so like I'm fully aware of that. I'm going to show you how to go through the file system. So I'm in PowerShell. I'm already too far, so I'm going to do cd ... which is backup.
And I'm gonna actually do cd dot dot again, which is backup another. It means go back a file system. So like now I can do list, because and it can tell me like what files I can go into. So I know that I have to do cd desktop, which is change directory desktop. I don't want to type it in, but I can do tab. And when I press tab, it finishes it because that's the one that matches that. But I can even start typing again and go to the next one, but I can also press enter and then press list again. And then I go, oh, what do I have here? Well, I do have that old codex broken up, or the OCR. So I can do CD, and then I just capitalize O and C. And let me see if I can do tab to do complete. Okay, that's good. All right, so now that I'm here, I can go see what files are in there. And I have those files. Now I'm where like I can do that PowerShell command I have on my GitHub, which is Clovis Security. And let's see here. So I already have the PowerShell command saved. So I'm pressing the up button. I can press the down button to move through the ones that I already did. Like I did list, I did CD, I went to that directory, I went to that directory. Because I'm pressing up, the up arrow. And so like now I'm to get content, which is the same as cat in Linux. And I'm piping it to an out file, which is going to be called full codex, which I can press left and I can change the name to whatever, because I've already run this command and I don't want to run it again, but I don't really care that much. How long did it take to copy and paste in Notepad, like all those files? Probably like 30 freaking years. Wait, why is it that? Why is it so big? It shouldn't be that big. Why are you so big? What'd I do wrong? There's something wrong here. That is not good. What is going on here? Well, if you guys didn't notice, I've been working for a long time on this and cannot find L. In all of them? Like all of them. Because remember I was getting hacked? How is it in all of them? Like I like went into all of them and messed them up. Like every single one I went and removed, and I made sure I messed up on every single one. Well, it looks like the non-stop work I've been doing for like 3 days turned into that. Like where like all my documents are ruined. I mean, I showed you guys when I got hacked. Like, and I told you like I didn't click on it, like because they were telling me I had a memory issue, which they can hack me to a point until I help them, until I let them hack me, and like I didn't click on the memory issue, and then like they said the terminal's trying to access the desktop. They got me, and the reality is that like I think they got me because I decided to like because I can't do security. Like you have to understand like. I, for a long time, thought that, like, the good feds thought, like, for some reason that I shouldn't be allowed to do security. Like, it was in my head. Like, they will not let me have money because they're afraid of me doing security. And now, like, I have this ringing in my ears, like, nonstop. Ever since I started doing this Bible. Like, you understand, like, how many times have I ever had ringing in my head for more than, like, a day? Never. Like, how long have I had it now? I don't know. I'm over a week now. And so like, it's like I'm having a cyber attack on my ears. I had a cyber attack on my computer. Like I have to like not give up, but I know they can do a cyber attack again. And like, I know they can just do it again, but like, I know that they want me to like give up. And like, I always give up. Like they always get me to give up. Like, cause like, they want to steal my idea. Like they want to steal my invention. They'll come out with it 8 years later. Like they want to do this. They want to do this. And like, I can't give up, but like I have a ringing in my ears and like, I don't get to not be with the police at any moment in my life. Ever.
for years, I do not like get to not be with the police. Like I'm in jail, or like I'm out of jail and I live with the police, and like I'm around the police, and like when I go anywhere I'm with the police, and if I talk to anyone I'm with the police, and no one knows anything, no one knows anything, no one knows anything. And like that's the real situation where like I want to be nice to the police because I'm scared of them, but really like I think like a lot of them are in a censorship situation, and like I think some of you guys need to go talk to these people that are in charge of censoring, and ask them like why this is acceptable, like why the child sex trafficking is acceptable, why we're not allowed to talk about it. And if everyone says it's because of my lawyer, then like we need to go figure out like why we have lawyers, because it sounds like our lawyers like are there to say, well, my client really was having some problems. He was having a problem with his wife, and he just needs to see a psychiatrist. And then so I'm at this point going, what is the motivation of a 180 IQ genius who is figuring out how to like tamper with my document to the point that like I like can't prove that I can interpret ancient Greek, like which I read it all the time. Like what motivates them? Like deep down, like I feel like maybe like they're in my head. They spoke for me. They got me to say something about my judge. I didn't say his name, but like I did say that he's a child molester. And do I believe he's a child molester? Like I think like I've never met someone so evil in my life. And like that's the honest truth. And like if I'm not allowed to say that, then it's like I'm not allowed to say your name. I'm not allowed to say my opinion about you when I don't say your name. Maybe I should be able to say your name. And like you're an elected official that like doesn't do the legal system. Like you're an elected official that I believe like personally worked with the police to have me tortured. And you're a part of a group of people that like is constantly trying to torture people. And the reason that you know you can torture me in front of so many people when I send out that many letters to that many people is because you've done it before. Because you've seen the system. You can try to contact people and you'll find out real fast what it means to have a job in certain things in this area. It's to be organized crime, which means that like maybe you're not the guy that will do the torture, but like you'll ignore it. But like what I'm trying to say is like I'm wondering like, are they trying to stop me from having evidence, which would be like my very quick, like pretty decent translation of the Bible through like, because like they're trying to make sure I don't have a document to work with at all. Like they're hacking me. They're blocking me from communicating with the outside world. They're like constantly endangering my life by like making sure that I can't have money. And like what we can all agree on is that like a very large percentage of them are child molesters. And they have that many child molesters in very powerful positions. So it doesn't matter what evidence I show you. Like everyone has to plug their ears. And like if there's anything like I'm really confused by, it's like the non-child molesters going like I can't talk to Alex like because like you'll get fired by the child molesters. Like I'm really confused here. Like I mean I'm 100% certain that like this is the situation because I told my psychiatrist I got molested by like over 100. Oh yeah, so now I've realized that like they did trick me into saying my judge's name recently. So like that would be why they're trying to stop me from interpreting the Bible right now. Like why are they trying to get a short-term win? Like is what I'm saying. Like why would you risk hacking me right now in this situation and being so infuriating? It's because they're gonna try to kill me again. Like they're always trying to kill me. Like this is part of their plan. All you have to do is get me to say something illegal and they can try to kill me again. Which like they always try to kill me. Like how many times have I had people try to kill me? Over 10 times, like at least. Like, what do I count? Like what happened yesterday? I have no idea what happened. Like that was like I don't think that's like that was someone trying to kill me. Like I don't know if maybe it was, but like I don't know. I think it probably was. I mean, it's I mean, but I don't know.